Welcome to RPM. I'm Scott Evans. Today we're going to have a look at a Markham-based company that gives the corporate client an opportunity to both reward its employees and provides any type of driver with the opportunity to both learn how to drive properly and safely. That company? Driver for a Day.
Driver for a Day is an incentive and rewards type program for corporations, big and large companies, to reward their sales staff or just their general staff. Bring the executives out for entertainment, reward your clients, your customers who do business with you. It's a different avenue to come out and have some fun. It's different, not many people are doing it. I believe we're still the only ones that are doing a sports car driving experience. And it's a nice arena to come out, have some fun, experience performance in a Porsche, learn something about performance driving, which we feel will enhance everybody's day-to-day driving. So while we're busy exciting them and giving them that fantasy fulfillment, we're also teaching them about the fundamentals of performance driving. We want to make everybody a safer driver. And that's what our ultimate goal is when they leave here, is we give them a memory for a lifetime and send them away with a skill set that'll help them in everyday driving.
Well, we start every day in the Driver for a Day program with a classroom session. Not because we are a school or an advanced driving program, but because we feel a necessity to give people the basics of taking these cars safely and quickly around a racetrack. So that's why I call myself a head coach as opposed to a chief instructor, because we're here to coach our clients and our guests so that they can get the most out of their experience. When they come into the classroom session in the morning, I need to communicate to them the seriousness about what they're going to do and give them some basic grounding in vehicle dynamics, because that's not something that is properly taught, in our opinion, in the outside world. And one of the things towards understanding vehicle dynamics is to give people the opportunity to practice learning what the cars feel like when they are about to go into an understeer mode or in an oversteer mode. And we use the skid pad right after our classroom session to demonstrate two very different vehicles in a back-to-back comparison situation. And we use a Volkswagen New Beetle and a Ford Crown Victoria. And they have very, very different vehicle dynamics, and it's consequently very easy for the student to sense when the car is moving into understeer and when the car is going into an oversteer mode. And what we're trying to teach them there is the balance of the car. Once they know how to balance a car, they will understand the difference between braking and acceleration. And that's that neutral point in a corner where it's absolutely essential that the car be perfectly balanced. You only have so much traction available to you. Let's, for round's sake, call it $100 in the traction bank. If you're braking hard, you should be using all $100 of your available grip to slow the car down as quickly as possible, braking at the limit. If you are accelerating and you're in this environment on a racetrack with a powerful car, you should be accelerating aggressively, accelerate hard. And the only way to do that is to use 100% of the available grip to accelerate. Now, when you're in a corner, you need to use the grip to steer the car around the curve. And you can certainly use 100% of the grip to do that, but heaven help you if you touch the brakes or the gas when you're using 100% of the grip to corner the car. You will fall off the racetrack, which is embarrassing. So we teach you how to think about the grip available and make decisions as to how are you going to make withdrawals from the traction bank. And you should be making 100% withdrawal for braking. When you finish braking, release the brake pedal, turn the steering wheel, and now you're using the traction bank balance, another 100%, for cornering. And the moment you finish cornering and you're unwinding the steering wheel and you're accelerating down the straightaway, you should then be using all of the available grip to accelerate the car quickly. And if you remember that you cannot go into an overdraft situation in your traction bank account, you'll be absolutely fine.
Driver for a Day allows the student to try a variety of different cars to give them a feel for what works and what doesn't. Everything from the Audi TT, the Porsche 911 Carreras, the 911 race car, and the granddaddy of them all, the 944 Turbo Cup car.
Some of them are front engine, one of them is front engine rear-wheel drive. The others are mid-engine rear-wheel drive. And today the guest car is an Audi TT, which is a front engine all-wheel drive vehicle. Only by teaching the students to develop their senses to feel vehicle dynamics will they have the ability to drive quickly and safely in these four very different Porsches and the Audi. And so that is the point of the classroom session and the skid pad session afterwards.
I think the reason is it is unique. You can always go play golf by yourself, but you won't be able to get into a Porsche like this and then test it on the racetrack. This is a unique opportunity. And normally, if you wanted to do it yourself, it is quite expensive, much more expensive than going to a golf course. So I think it was a good opportunity for the employees to experience this.
I think it's important to stress the fact again that this is not a school. People are here of their own free will. We want them to be entertained. We want them to enjoy themselves. We spend 35 minutes in the classroom in the morning, and from then on, it's hands-on in the vehicles. If, as a result of that, they take away a sense of more confidence, then we've gained a benefit above and beyond the initial objective of allowing people to experience these wonderful motor cars on a real racetrack at speed. But our objective is not to lecture or hector the students. Our objective is to let them have fun, and we will coach them to let their learning curve rise as quickly as is possible.
Yeah, I'm learning actually that where you look is where the car is going, so that's the focus on that, and I'll be fine. And for future references, it will be perfect for driving on the highway and everything.
We just want to share our passion for sports cars, for performance driving, put a memory of a lifetime in somebody's head, and you'll see it towards the end of the day when we do our rides. Everybody gets to a certain level of skill during the day. Nobody really gets super, super quick. We've had a few students that actually excel really quickly, and they're the ones who are marching off to racing school. But we'll take them for drives. When they see what us as driving coaches, how fast we can actually pilot a car around a track, it gives them a whole new appreciation for, one, what it is a race car driver does, and two, what cars are capable of.
Now, for under $500, Driver for a Day participants get to sample some of Porsche's finest sports cars. As well, with their newfound driving ability and knowledge, it makes for a safer drive on the street, as well as a more pleasurable drive. For Rogers Television and RPM, I'm Scott Evans.